Hey beautiful empaths, it's Sam here from the Singer's Piano, welcoming you to Awaken Your Creative Soul, where we unlock the secrets of singing, playing the piano, songwriting for creative healing and self-expression. And today I wanted to do a piano tutorial on one of my favourite songs to go to when I'm feeling just frankly a little bit sorry for myself, and that is Crazy by Patsy Cline. One of the reasons why I like this song is there are times in your life when you've either been dumped or people don't understand you, or where you just kind of feel a little bit sorry for yourself. What can I say? I feel sorry for myself at the time. No, I'm only joking. But I like this song because it has that kind of lull with your voice where you can just kind of, I don't know, soothe yourself, as I guess it were. So I'm going to show my hands with you, and I'm going to show you how simple it can be, even if you're a beginner piano player, on how to accompany your voice on the piano. And the way I work is I teach chords, I don't read a note of music, and I'm going to be showing you simple chords to accompany your voice. Now, a lot of my students have played piano in the past, maybe they're classical, they learned piano as a child, playing classical music, or they gave up piano vocal as a teenager. So if that's you and you're kind of coming back to it and you're a little bit nervous, don't worry. It will be like riding a bike, and you're just going to really love it and enjoy it. So let's go over to the hands, and I'm going to show you the chord sheet. That's how I work. So this is a chord sheet for those of you who don't know, and it has the simple chords. So as I said, I don't really know music, and the chords that we have today, there's quite a few chords, but I'm just going to show them to you. You can either miss them out if you struggle with them, but for most of you, I think you're going to be able to play these chords. So we have C, which I call a claw chord. In my program, a claw chord, it's like the tiger's claw chord, yeah? And then I have A, which is a triangle chord, and the way I teach is by patterns. So you can see here we've got a triangle. And then we have D minor, which again is a claw chord, G, which is a claw chord. This is when it gets a bit tricky, when we have some of those kind of black notes, and like there's no pattern for this really, but all it is the D, yeah, F sharp minor. So we have the D, and then instead of playing the D, we have the C sharp. So it's kind of inverted, an inverted triangle there, yeah? Then we have the C, we have an inverted again, then we have a D, which is a triangle, and we have a G. Let's just start with Crazy. I'm going to dive into how I would sing this, and every time I play this song, it's improvised. So I never play the same song twice, like the arrangements, I just don't do it. So I'm going to show you a few things that I go to when I'm improvising. The first thing is the sus chords. So instead of playing the C, I might play like a C sus2 or a sus4. I like to use these a lot. So this is a sus2, which is basically the C and the D together, and then the G. And I call these kind of cluster chords. My seventh chord there. We're going to go from the beginning. So crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. So again, when I'm doing my left hand, as I'm going. So it's literally quite simple. You don't even have to do that octave if you can't reach it. You might just want to do. I'm crazy. Again, I'm doing that sus2. Crazy for feeling so blue. So there's a few kind of chords there that you go, whoa, hands off, Sam, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm going to break that down for you. Guitar, which is where I found this chord sheet from, you will be able to press a simple button, but sometimes the chords, they simplify it, but sometimes there's still some chords there. I don't really need the F sharp minor. So again, like crazy for feeling so blue. Now you do need that walk. So typically I would do the whole chords, as if you're an experienced piano, I would do the whole chords. But I would play them slightly differently. I would do C, you're gonna walk up, and instead of doing the D here, I would go down here, yeah, and add that seventh. And then I'd add the G with a seventh, yeah? So I've gone C, C sharp, D, And then I'd add, so here in the right hand, I've got B, D, and F, but in the left hand, I've got the G, which makes up that chord. That's that G7 chord. Yeah? So it kind of adds a little bit of a jazz. We go from the beginning. Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy. So again, I'm playing that G because I'm playing the first inversion of G in the right hand and I'm playing the G in the bass. I'm crazy for feeling so blue. So the C sus2, we're going to go to the C sharp minor, and then we're going to do the second inversion of D, and then we're going to play that. Can you see what I'm doing there? I'm making my hands move as little as possible. Now, for those of you that are absolute beginners and you're like, oh my gosh, what are you doing there, Sam? You could keep it really simple, and we're going to see if we can just keep the right hand doing the same chord all the way through, using the left hand, especially on that walking, because the fact I'm crazy is not so bad. So crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. But you want that walk, and that can be a bit tricky. This, oh sorry, that can be tricky doing that. So what would it look like if you were to just play the C? Now that's going to sound a bit funny. So you might have to add that C sharp. So can you see what I've done there? So I've gone the C, then all I've done is I've moved my thumb up into the C sharp, and then I'm playing the D and the sus2, and then I'm going to the G, or even that or that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But I'm really trying to choose the chords that makes me not have to move my hands around. If we go from the very beginning, crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely. Crazy for feeling so blue. So I'm really just using my left hand. So bum, bum, bum. I knew you love me. So again, I've got the 4 for a sus4, an A sus4. So instead of doing that third finger there, I'm actually bringing it there. It just adds a really lovely bit of harmony. You love me as long as you wanted. And I'm keeping my hand there. So the A sus4, but I'm playing that D. So it's super easy. We're going to go from the C to the A with that A sus4 with the E, and then I'm playing the E but keeping the right hand. And then you might want to play the F just to kind of round it up. And then I'm going to keep going. So the final bit, so we're here, so we've just done then someday. And then all I have to do is move my thumb to the B. Then someday you leave me for somebody new. So all I'm doing is the second inversion of C to the second inversion of D to the second version of C again. So you can ignore the D minor, sorry, the A minor and the C. So literally, you've got the second version of C, second version of D, second version of C. So if I'm going really fast, don't worry, there's a cog in the bottom right-hand corner. You can slow it right down, you can pause it, you can go back on yourself. But as I say, like, I will never do this the same time round. I'm just showing you tricks about using the sus4s, using the second inversions, using the first inversions. And then also using the left hand to kind of add a little bit of a groove. But ultimately, you are a vocalist and you just want to be able to let your voice shine. So we don't want the piano to be super full and take away from the vocals. Yeah, because we want to just sing and play our heart out of the piano, right? So the next bit. Worry. I, again, would use a second inversion. When you get used to this pattern of the second inversion, you've got 2 and 1. You can kind of use it for so many claw chords and it sounds really great. So like, worry. Why do I let myself worry? And again, I'm using the cluster chord, so I'm doing a sus2. Worry, wondering. And then I might just do the traditional claw chord, triangle chord. What in the world, how did it do? So you might want to go the second inversion of G to the F sus2, back to the G. Crazy for thinking. So here, I could go down to that A. So we'll see, I could go down to that A, but I don't want to. I'm really lazy. I am going to go to the C sharp. So what I'm doing, which is actually still the A, is the first inversion. Look how much left. I don't have to move my hand at all there. Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. And then finally, the second inversion of F. I'm crazy for trying. And then we've got the E minor 7. Crazy for crying. And I'm crazy for love. So G4, then you. To the F, to the C. And that, my friend, is how I sing and play crazy. If you are more experienced, you can do the key change. All I'm going to say is there's lots of sharps, so make sure that you understand the sharps. But you can play the whole song in that. That's not a problem. And if you are a beginner, just, stick to your sus4, stick to your sus2s, stick to your claw chords, and then eventually the more you play it, the more you will learn those inversions. You can keep like a really simple left hand. You don't have to do the octave like that. You could just do this. If you're an absolute beginner, you just want to sing and play the left hand first. And then once you've got the left hand, then you bring the right hand in and then you kind of merge the two together. So I hope that has helped. So remember, guys, if you are learning to sing and play the piano, please keep it simple. Literally just go with where your skill set is, whether you're a beginner piano player, maybe you're a classical player wanting to learn to sing and play piano more freely. Wherever you are at, just take your time, enjoy the process. And remember, guys, this is supposed to be fun. Just to recap, what I have shown you isn't something that I will do time and time again exactly the same. I do improvisational piano for my voice, so I don't read a note of music, I just read the chords. And so today what I've shown you is the sus4s, the sus2s, how I use my inversions, how I use my left hand, but more importantly, how to sing your heart out of the piano using the song Crazy. And don't worry, if you are feeling overwhelmed, just take your time, yeah? Because it's supposed to be fun, right? It's supposed to be about expressing yourself and expressing your emotions. Now, if you've enjoyed this, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. That would mean the world to me. And if you really want to learn, to sing and accompany your voice on the piano using chords without reading a note of music, but also learning how to songwrite for healing and self-expression so that you can, one, build your confidence, but also kind of find who you are again, then I have a free PDF guide. Just click on the link below and I will email it directly to your inbox. So until next time, I will see you for your next tutorial. Take care. Bye bye.